The room had been completely transformed. What the hell? The sword. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It had been taken out of its sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? There's my room key. There's a keychain on the ground that has my name on it, so this must be my room key. I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. I'm not gonna pick it up. Looks like a lint roller.
You don't want to mess with a crime scene.
More importantly, where's Sayaka? The bed's been damaged too.
Oh no, not a bed.
My camera. Now's no time to stare at some stupid surveillance camera. How about a note? More importantly, where's Sayaka? My bathroom was open. She was the only one who knew how to do that. Let's take a look. Inside? No. What? She can't have already died. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then, everything went black.
To survive, deadly life.
Bullshit! Come on! When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It's the ceiling I remembered seeing before, and when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Then it was someone I'd seen before. Ah, you're awake. Finally, are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. It's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? I can't believe she's fucking dead. How could anyone have gotten in my room?
Hey, are you okay?
So it wasn't a dream. What I saw. It was real?
That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead.
Deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. Well, so fucking much for my promise. There's not even a way to save her. Shut up and took off running.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka's...
Just give up.
You could check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead.
No, I have to see for myself.
Why?
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in this gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why... Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remembered the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But...
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey.
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
Listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
Bear times 1.
But
Then, who did it? Who killed her?
come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka. Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you has decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone just followed the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right?
Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer.
Bonafide.
Bonafide.
Bona fide?
Come on. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion.
Are you serious?
What is
Someone killed someone? It is amazing what some people are capable of.
this? Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough.
I blame him. He was late too.
Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Hmm?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's 'cause... naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You could just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey.
You're super
come on
naive.
now.
Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing.
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps.
You are referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. Unless they are discovered. You can't be found out by the other students. That is what you're talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough just to kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather around, including the Blackened, who committed the murder, and they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the Blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment.
Okay, so someone murders someone. If we find them out, that person gets punishment.
Yeah.
However, if we fail to find them out, everyone else gets punished except for the person who committed the crime.
Yep.
That doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
I think the punishment enough is to know that the person's still around.
Well, it's because it's to give us an incentive to actually figure out who he is.
Right.
If we didn't get punished for not figuring out who they were, then nobody would actually do the investigation properly. They'd just be like, oh, someone's dead. Well, that sucks.
Well, I mean, if we got it wrong, then we know someone else in our group, other than the person who we thought it was, is still the killer. So we can narrow it down minus one person. However, they're still there. I mean, I guess, but if we don't get it right at the class trial, they get to leave, so...
Yeah, if we don't get it right, we get the knowledge that they get to leave, and also we all get to die afterwards. So really, it's just awful.
Wait, we all have to die? That's the punishment? You just said that we all get to die afterwards?
The rest of you will receive your punishment.
I didn't think that was death. I thought it was something bad, yes, but I didn't think he would actually just murder us straight away.
We're talking about a school in which you're forced to kill your fellow man.
Yes, but then his amusement would pretty much die instantaneously. So if you fail... I figured he'd do something dumb, like, I don't know, cut off our food for a few days.
Well, it honestly depends on what you consider punishment to stand for, really.
Yeah, but I was like, maybe he'd cut off the food so we'd have to starve a few days or something, you know? But, like, I didn't think just straight up death of the remaining 14 students, or
Well, if
13
punishment,
now.
if punishment if punishment for the Blackened, if he gets discovered, he used the word punishment, and it's in bold yellow.
Yeah.
Well, punishment for him would not be just starving him for a few days. That
Well, yeah,
clearly
no.
means killing him.
Yeah.
They use the same word, punishment, in the same color. So you can deduce that punishment for him is the same punishment for everyone else if they get it wrong.
Okay, fair enough.
Which
I just think it's
of course means
weird.
your school life will come to an end.
Okay.
And there you go.
As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is.
You just have to click X.
Well,
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about?
Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution.
There you go. Execution?
what?
And by execution, you mean...
Execution is execution. Execution. Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
For everyone, because we fucked up. So it's to make sure I understand. If we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully because all your lives are on the line.
uh-huh.
Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. The rule has been added to the regulations.
Hey,
Wait, hold on a second.
hell are you
You're
talking
freaking insane, you know that.
Huh?
Hmm?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell's that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you
What?
talking
Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Say whatever you want, I'm not going to be part of this.
I
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. You're evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to get through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... Bleh! Oh, are you enjoying yourself? Oh.
Are you?
He's gonna blow up, you just hit him.
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear.
Well, that's one more person to mark off our list.
This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't...
This can't be real! No way!
Well now.
Now I'm painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you all need to be taught a lesson. After all, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died, she'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Right!
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went in and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventful end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you don't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why do you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been waiting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time.
Ah.
Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take from me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that really matters. Right now, I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it the Monokuma file. I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstance and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment through the trial, now could I?
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Yeah, I mean, at least he won't lie.
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we could all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And right now, I probably look like the key culprit because it's my bedroom.
Yeah.
And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous results as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
in other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
You only have a couple hours. Saying stuff like that is just...
How many times have I told you, anyone who can't adapt will die? Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable to or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here.
She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
You fucking did it! You were the one late!
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have to no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have?
None. No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just
Well,
have
are
to
you
do
sure
it.
that you're gonna blame Byakuya? Because he was late, yes, but if I don't know, if he was late in the little bit of time that he was late, do you think he had time to slash everything in that room? Because that was a lot of damage done to the room. And
They
he was
were
only
pretty
a little
late. I mean, think about it. We got there with all the people who would have been right on time. And then it was a few minutes later that the second group of people showed up. And then a few moments after that for the really late people to show up. And then he showed up. A lot can happen in that amount of time. And think about it, Sayaka wouldn't have opened the door until the morning when Makoto would have gone back to the room. So it was locked.
Yeah. And didn't they say the rooms were soundproof as well? Is that something they said?
Yep, so no one would have heard it either. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. But hey, on the bright side, I don't have to look after anyone now and make sure no one dies. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
Investigation starts.
Well, it wasn't her. He wouldn't have killed the person. Wait, what if it was the person who's dead? I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for her pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone.
I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood.
Now look at that smirk. Of course he's the murderer.
Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that.
Well, this is an anime. Of course she would survive. At least for a few moments.
Yeah,
Huh?
just long enough.
Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real? Hell no. Someone save me. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? Okay. Looking at who we
We
have,
have a plethora of people to talk to in this one.
it would be him. He's my main suspect. I don't think it's her because they're really just trying to make it seem like she's off the Primarch. You are possible because you've accepted everything fully. He's a bike gang leader, but I don't think he did it in this case. She didn't do it. Martial artist, maybe, but she was stabbed with a knife. But I can't think of anyone here who would know how to use a knife. Well, for a murder anyway. Like, very effective use of a knife, excuse me.
Right.
Other than maybe him.
Well, go ahead and talk with everyone. Just...
Oh, well, of course. It's just kind of hard navigating. We'll start from left to right. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. Okay. Suspicious. Didn't talk.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us. They...
Funny face. Hifumi?
Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment.
Okay. Not a lot of information getting from any of this.
Technically, our investigation hasn't started.
Can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
This is all them just talking about it.
Come on, man. Let me out of here. Come on. Someone let me out.
Huh?
Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with
Screw that piece of shit bear.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean?
You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick.
Oh, okay. Then can we let Mondo look after the scene?
Yeah?
Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
what?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you're the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want.
Yeah, so we have to double it up. Well, fuck you!
So then.
Fine then, I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem.
Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them. But their stats, they're totally OP.
Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
but
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
Okay. So they're gonna be on guard, Dewey.
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead.
Oh.
Hmm? So, you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. And I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makado's dorm.
What? She's right.
Yeah, I mean, I was dragged out of my fucking room, right?
Then, could it be?
All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Feeling a suspicion of fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
So then.
Are we done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
So.
well, do I really have to say any more?
Actually.
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone, pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too.
And just like that, Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. That's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. Whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence.
You're fucking
They better
dead.
not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I'll fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So.
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway.
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is.
It was you?
embarrassing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We might as well. We may as well at least check just to check.
Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. It was pointless. Everyone had already left. Their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. Can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka?
Investigation start.
I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth. So that we all can survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
And now the investigation starts. We should probably save.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I still can't believe she died.
2 people have died.
Yeah, well, I believe she was gonna die eventually, but
Wow.
I thought Sayaka could get out of it. Well, actually, to be completely honest, I thought there would be a part at the very end where I'd either have to sacrifice myself or her for one of us to get out.
But now it's not going to be like that because she's dead.
Yeah. So now I'm really not sure.
No worries about that one.
Yeah.